Here is an easy way to make your welt pocket, especially when you're making it. On your jacket, take the right side of your fabric. First of all, you mark out the area you want to place your welt pocket. As you can see me marking it out here. Then I had to measure using 4.5 inches for my welt pocket. I already pressed an interface two pieces of fabric. On the fabric, press out half-inch fold. So that's the fabric I'm placing on it right now, just to ensure it's properly placed. Use my pin to pin it down. After placing it and pinning it down, I had to mark out the part where it was ironed. After marking it out, then I had to divide the half-inch, that part that iron that was half-inch. I shared it into two. That's quarter of an inch. After sharing it into, I had to rule it out. So you rule it out. After ruling it out, you mark it properly to be very sure of it, and then repeat the same process for the second one. Mind you, when you are placing this fabric that you have already put your gum stay or stay, whichever one you use, but I would advise you use gum stay. When you are placing it on the part where you are going to sew, ensure it's properly placed in the sense that you have to place the edge on the line that was ruled. So the both edge will be on the line that you have already marked on the fabric, on the area you are going to. Then you take it to your sewing machine. You are going to sew on the line that was marked. You are sewing on the line that you have measured out. So you are sewing in between the line you have marked. So we are sewing on the quarter of an inch part. So like you're sewing both sides, quarter of an inch down. After sewing it down, you sew the side as well. Ensure it's properly stitched, because if you don't stitch it well, that side will be difficult for you to, because you are going to cut it open. So after stitching it down, you make sure it's, as you can see me do in this video, I'm stitching both ends. After stitching it, I remove my pin. Then you ensure, I just cut out the excess from the fabric that was there. After cutting out the excess on both sides, so I had to open up the marked area, because that's the part. So I had to cut it open, the part where I marked before on the fabric. You cut it open. Ensure you properly cut it open so that it's on the line. And when cutting it open, when you get to the edge, leave like 0.5 inches, that's half inch, and then use your scissors to cut it in a triangular form. Just notch it, ensure it gets to the edge of it, and then ensure you properly cut it out, and then turn it over. By the time you are turning it, you find out that since you already has pressed it before, it comes out easy before and place it well. You find out that the part that you iron, you just stay, and then you notch it properly for it to come out effectively. And then, as you see me do here, I'm trying to bring it out to ensure it's properly out. Then after bringing it out, because mine is towards the edge of the side of the clothes, so I had to use my hand to arrange it properly. And then after arranging it properly, I had to stitch inside. So when stitching inside, you place it upside and then stitch to the fabric that was attached, because you have already turned it inside. So the excess from it, that's what you are stitching to the fabric that was attached, that you use in turning it. So after stitching, you stitch both sides of it, and then after stitching on both sides, you stitch the edge as well. stitch the edge as well. After stitching the edge, your welt pocket is almost ready. As you can see me, I'm ensuring my stitches are properly done. So I'll stitch it again. I stitch it again to make sure everything is in place and properly stitched. So after stitching it, I took them, then I now had to adjust it again, then adjust it properly again, as you can see me doing here. So after adjusting it, took it to the iron table, started ironing, pressed it open. See, my welt pocket is already taking shape. Very easy, so easy to achieve. Iron it properly to ensure it stays. Iron it properly. You press it properly. Press it properly. By the time you press it, it comes out really neat and beautiful like this. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video.